Okay, today let's talk about what I like to call the fun slop games. Now, what do I consider slop? Well, I can classify them into two categories. One being this stuff, and the other. Tim, did you just call JJS slop? How dare you? Relax, I'm not calling your game slop in a negative way. It's actually a good kind of slop, a different kind from the front page games we have today. Sorry. And in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on games like JJS and U vs Homer and whether they are worth the player count they have today. Okay, I won't be talking about U vs Homer in this video, sorry. But I will talk about the start of the chaotic game of Jujutsu Shenanigans, the most insane Jujutsu Kaisen based game ever. Right before this game's popularity, Battlegrounds games were peaking their highs, mostly because the strongest Battlegrounds at the time dominated the top charts. Strongest Battlegrounds was somehow different from other Roblox fighting games and was extremely fun to play and destroy in it. The fact that it was One Punch Man might have contributed to its growth, but I don't know. Many content creators we know today have started a huge spike of growth from strongest Battlegrounds, like one of my favorites, Fumblet. Now, a ton of other developers scrambled to find other ideas for Battlegrounds games, like Heroes Battlegrounds with My Hero Academia and Ultimate Battlegrounds. These games were designed to have cool abilities that were flashy and very insane to look at in terms of animation. It was the combat and animation and VFX that made this game grow up with the strongest Battlegrounds. But later on, a new Battlegrounds game would appear that would shock the Roblox Battlegrounds community with the most unique idea ever. Well, not the most unique, but it was cool. When JJS came out, it was a Battlegrounds game just like any other, sure, but there was one key difference that stood out. Not the VFX, not the movesets, only partially it being Jujutsu Kaisen, since there were so many Jujutsu Kaisen Battlegrounds games anyway. It was because of the destruction. Jujutsu Shenanigans is called Jujutsu Shenanigans because, well, the point of the game is to goof around and cause mass destruction. Unlike other Battlegrounds games with limited destruction, basically everything on the map in JJS is breakable even with basic attacks, which brought the game to sort of its uniqueness to other Battlegrounds games at the time. Content creators also boosted it to more popularity, as videos with hundreds of thousands of views of the game pull up, and suddenly it became one of the most successful Battlegrounds games ever, even today, where it sits at around 100,000 concurrent players every day. It was like the strongest Battlegrounds, but instead of sweaty Garu players and constant one-tap combos and teamers, JJS was sort of like a breath of fresh air. Now wait, before you attack me without there being no sweaty players and no teamers in JJS. No, there will always be teamers in Battlegrounds games. It's just that the main point of the game, instead of grinding kills, is more of just to like goof and cause mass destruction. Which, in my opinion, combined with all the memes they add to shift away from the seriousness of other Battlegrounds games, makes JJS one of the best Battlegrounds games ever. And remember when I called the game slop in the beginning? Well, the slop, I mean, is the memes in this game. They are littered everywhere, slightly in small places, movesets, and emotes. And that makes it sort of a goofy version of a regular serious Battlegrounds games, which adds on to why I said this game is more like to mess around with your friends, rather than to fight to the death and kill each other all the time. And so yeah, that's why I think JJS is one of those good slot games that we have on Roblox now. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit.